Devils are going to be at it today, and I think that Pompey are going to be in big trouble. But Jimmy, tell us your thoughts, your opinions about these two teams. Anyways, speaking with Red Devils, I do really and totally agree with you, Gary. I feel that the Georgington Red Devils definitely want to win every game as they possibly can, because they've got a gift, a ticket to go to the top of the Premier League, as you like, for the next, let's say, 24 hours until Padres, of course, may win their game tomorrow and they move up to the top of the table. So it's going to be a very interesting matchup, it's going to be, for these two teams. I feel for Los Andreas Pompey because they've only won one game this season. And one game was in the first match of the season they won. And ever since then, they've actually have lost, back-to-back defeat. So they've got to change themselves. I know that Frank de Boer's the manager of Los Andreas Pompey. He's new to the job. He's only won one game as manager. He wants probably more than that. But we'll have to wait and see how will the Dutchman do to his team, how he'll prepare his team to come and face against the Red Devils. But it'll be very interesting. And I feel that Pochettino as well for Red Devils knows that this is a very interesting game to put them at the top of the table for now. Hopefully by tomorrow they can stay top if Padres end up slipping up in their game. But at the same time, it's all about the consistency that the Red Devils will really want to do. Pompey are here to try and nick something. They did last season. They did nick something against the Red Devils, and they beat them 1-0. They did last year from a goal from Carnu in the last minute of the game. Could they do it again? We'll have to wait and see. But we'll have to wait and see throughout the whole match today if that happens once again. Absolutely, there, Jimmy. Let's go now to interview Mauricio Pochettino and also Frank de Boer. Mauricio Pochettino, today you're playing against Los Andreas Pompey here today at home. Win today, you go top of the PremierLiga for now. How does that make you feel?
Well, it's important match for our team. We know that we got to be consistent throughout the whole match. We got to show the passion, the fight, the drill. We got to be on top of them today. And we know that, of course, this team, we're playing against Los Andreas Pompey. We lost against them at home last season. But we know that they're in a poor form at the moment. And we know that we can't afford to try to drop points or do something poor against Los Andreas Pompey. We want to be here today and try to win and try to be consistent and try to fight as soon as we possibly can every part of this game. And that's what we need to do. Pompey are, no disrespect to them, they are a very good side. We can't beat them because we are the better team. But at the same time, we've got to give them the respect by allowing us to really be strong and not allowing them to have respect in the game. And that's what we have to do. They're a good side. They can be a good team. They've got a good attacking team. We have to try and disrespect them today and beat them today. Okay, thank you very much there, Mauricio Pochettino. Thank you much. Thank you. Frank de Boer, today is a challenging game for your team today. You are playing against a team who have a chance on going top of the league today if they beat you today. And how does it feel for your team coming here today at Old Factory Road and playing against them today?
Well, we know it's going to be a hard game, but we have to try to fight. Part of the whole match, we have to be, because we need to be very solid at the back. We have to be defensively good, because we know that Ronaldo and Usain Bolt, Sanchez, is the major threat to my defense. So we have to close them down throughout the whole of the game, and we have to try to be good up front because we were very good last season with the previous manager Oliver Alder, who was a good coach who put them 10th in the league. But at the moment, since I'm in charge, there hasn't been like the philosophy for last season. It's probably because it's the start of the season, probably because they're adapting to my tactics, but at the same time, we know we need to pick up results, but do it as soon as possible.
Thank you very much there, Frank de Boer. Unfortunately, there will be no broadcasting commentary during this matchup between Georgington Red Devils and also, of course, the Pompey team. Let's get to the game right now. official result has been official. Georgington Red Devils are top of the PremierLiga. A great victory, a great win. The disappointment about the Red Devils today was the own goal they conceded. A silly mistake from Koulibaly. But despite that, they've destroyed Los Andreas Pompey by 3-1. And they deserve a lot of happiness today's matchup because the Red Devils done so well. They dominated the whole game. I thought Pompey did okay, of course, at the start of the matchup. They did try and get something out of a goal, perhaps. But, however, it wasn't to be. Red Devils got the win today. They were leading 1-0, and then it went to 1-1, and then it went to 2-1, and it went to 3-1. And very good game. Ronaldo scored a very good goal. Kai Havertz scored a very good goal today for the Red Devils. And things are looking great for them and looking green. And they are top of the Premier League as it stands. And Jimmy, what was your thoughts on the consistency that the Red Devils played throughout the whole game? I thought they played very, very well, of course, Gary. I thought they played very consistently well. They had a very good mental mindset. They what they really wanted to do. They were all ultra attacking the whole game. They were very organised defensively. I think they all organised all the games they've been. But the biggest problem is when Koulibaly scored the own goal by an accident. But it is what it is. It happens. It is an accident. Accidents happen in soccer. Happened to Vida, of course, a couple of weeks back for Chesco Blue Tigers. But looking into this game right here, right now, it was something very, very good that they won the match. They really dominated the game. They made it about them today, and it was fantastic. And Pompey couldn't get the ball as much from the Red Devils. Red Devils have been giving the ball around, knocking the ball about, trying to dominate the whole game, trying not allow Pompey to have the ball. And it was that to be. It could have been more than 3-1. It could have been 6. It could have been because they were very consistent on shots wise today. And fair play to the Red Devils. What's up with now of Pompey? Well, I feel that with Los Andreas Pompey, it's just they're against a tough side. You have to respect the team they're up against, with all due respect. No disrespect for Los Andreas Pompey. They could have maybe done something better. They got a goal from an own goal from Koulibaly, but at the same time, you're against one of the biggest teams in the league. So I wouldn't probably be disappointed on Pompey's performance because they got a goal out of it today, but at the same time, they will probably be disappointed that they lost. And there's more to come, of course, going forward on how they're going to play in their next matchup. And they're going to really be consistent in that one, of course. They're not going to sit back and feel that, oh, right, we've done something bad and etc. And we've got to look something like it's a tough game. We've got to be realistic. And then we've got to move on to the next match. And that's what this team has to do. And it is disappointing to lose 4 games this season and only just won 1 game. Only since that first game of the season, the opening day of the season, they only last won a game. So, to be honest with you, it is disappointing. It is kicking the teeth. But we'll see how it goes next game, of course, with Pompey. Yep, absolutely there. Good credit there, Jimmy. Let's go now to interview the managers, Mauricio Pochettino and also Frank de Boer. Fantastic win, Mauricio Pochettino. How does it feel for your team to win 3-1 today?
Well, we played very, very well. We controlled the whole ball in the whole match in the first and second half. I thought we had no problems and no worries about maybe dropping points or losing today. We were very controlling the whole game. It felt like Los Andreas Pompey were very vulnerable throughout the whole match. And we were giving it the advantage against them today. And it was something that we were so happy to do, is to win by 3-1. We made them so vulnerable, like I said. And it really worked out as it possibly could. So I'm so happy that our team won. And I'm so happy that we can move on to our next game. We know they've got a Champions League match, of course, on Wednesday. We have to take the countables on that game as well. So it's important. And it's important what we're doing. It's fantastic. We've got a Champions League game on Wednesday to look forward to. And happy days. 3 points to us. And we'll have a good rest tomorrow. Get back to training on Monday before Wednesday's match in the Champions League. Okay. Thank you very much there, Mauricio Pochettino. Thank you much. Thank you.
Frank de Boer. Loss. Any thoughts?
Well, it was a very harsh defeat for my team. I understand that we could maybe do a bit better, But at the same time, we have to respect that we were against a tough side, a team who are, of course, one of the best teams in the PremierLiga, with the most successful PremierLiga titles of the whole league, winning it back to back, one of the dominant forces in the Republic States. We have to respect who they are as a club. So we know that it was a difficult game. We could have done better defensively. We allowed in the corner to allow Ronaldo to have the ball. I found that very, very awkward. I found that very, very annoying because I really told the players to defend better at the back. But we haven't been defending very better at the back. We gave one of the best players of the world, Ronaldo, a chance to score against my team. So it's not very, very good. My philosophy hasn't worked out very, very well today. And we have to look at the next game because it looks like to us we could drop into the relegation position by this weekend if Chesko wins the game, of course, against in the next matchup here today on Super Saturday against Inter Taloga, and if hashtag win their match, or if that happens, then we drop into it. So we have to look at the picture that we have to work hard in this next match. And if we can do that, then that's good for us, and we'll be more relaxed and try to get more wins, and that's what we need to do. Okay, thank you very much there, Frank de Boer. Thank you. And we are here today for this matchup here at Stamford Bridge Stadium, as it's going to be between two teams. It's Chesico Blue Tigers are playing here today at home against Inter Taloga as a must-win game for Chesico Blue Tigers, as this is the worst start to a season for Chesico Blue Tigers since 1988. They only drew one match this season against Grasshoppers at Matchday 2. They've lost against Addis. They've lost also against RB Newport by an own goal from Vida. Lost, of course, last week against Padres Impact. And today they are playing against Inter Taloga, a team who lost also last week, but not in bad, like worse as what Chesico Blue Tigers are currently at the moment, but lost their first match of the season last week when they lost against Addis at home at the Santon Park Stadium. And Jimmy, tell us your thoughts. So starting with Chesico Blue Tigers, the worst start since 33 years in the top flight. And what's going on with Chesico Blue Tigers? They've got a new manager, of course, who came in after when Klopp left in the summer. We haven't seen any of their players score a goal yet. Only an own goal was they relied on the most on when they scored against Padres last week. They haven't even scored a single goal as a team. And what's going on with them, really? I think it's a bit of a process, really. I think people don't see it as a process, but he's a new manager to the job, Julian Nagelsmann. You got to give the guy credit. It is a bit, heartbreaking to see where they're at the moment. Sleeping giants to the PremierLiga. People say that at the moment in the relegation zone, one of the established PremierLiga clubs of all time. Let's put it that way. They've won the Premier League a few occasions, of course, through the 34 years era of the Premier League of seasons all begun. But at the same time, it's just very, very sad in a way how the way they've been. I know they got a chance today to get a result against Inter Taloga, get themselves their first win, try and get them a bit of momentum, start of momentum in their brand new season. We're 5 games in, and we just have to see how the way they play, because it's going to take a lot for them to really put themselves out there, because for them to be in the relegation zone and even in the same point, at least by hashtag United, it's not good. They only gained 1 point only throughout this season. 1 point ain't good enough in the 5 games, and it's the worst top 9 teams, established top 9 teams, to actually be in this position. So we'll see how it goes. I think Julian Nagelsmann definitely will tell the players, look, we have to be at it today. We're at home in front of our supporters. Get some pride and play for the badge. That's what he would say to the players. And let's now talk about Inter Taloga now, because they've lost their first match of the season last week against Addis Gunners. Do you think there's a lot of improvements for them? Yeah, of course, because Inter Taloga, they
they've only lost one game this season. They've lost one game. They've done very, very well at the start of the season to beat Goldfield. They've done very, very well to get a point against Warenord. That was probably not really nothing, really. Did win, of course, against Los Andreas 2-0 on Friday Night Soccer on Matchday 3. Last week they lost 4-0 against Adders Gunners. Wasn't good enough. Bit of a patch, I think, for Tuchel. But at the moment, it's just early days of the season. But I believe that his team look more motivated and more aggressive, and they do play for the badge. I know last week was a bit of a difference. Adders did thrash them 4-0, but at the same time, I feel that they've got the better team still compared to Chesko Blue Tigers. I've got to say that. Yep, absolutely so. This could be a very interesting interview right here. Let's go now to Julian Nagelsmann first, and then we'll go, of course, the manager of Intertaloga, Thomas Tuchel. Julian Nagelsmann, today your team are playing here today against Intertaloga. There's a lot of newspapers, press, everyone's really putting pressure on your team today and the media, as you're the sleeping giants of the Premier League so far. You only drew one match this season and you lost all three of them. What does that make your team and you feel in this match? I understand it's a lot to take for myself as a coach to this team. The players, the fans as well, especially. I do apologise to them on how the way we've played. I understand the feeling. I understand the pain. I understand they're angry. What we are at the moment. And we know that we have to get out of this as soon as possible. We know that we are, at the start of the season. We played, let's say, 4 games already this season. We've got another, let's say, 43 games until the end of the season. I don't believe this team will be in the relegation zone because we are too big enough to go down. Wonder why I joined this club. Wonder why I jumped ship and ditched Kings Park Rovers to come and join Chesko Blue Tigers, because this club's a big club and a big club that deserves to be in a Champions League or maybe a Premier League champions, because this club's got potential. But at the same time, I feel that there's a lot of responsibility I've got to take. Like with everything what's going on at the moment, people have been saying that what's going on with Chesago, we're the sleeping giants, we are not doing as great. We are allowing RB Newport and Glasshoppers to get something out of us at home. It's an embarrassing in a way, and I can acknowledge that as well as a coach. But today we're against Intertaloga, and always be a tougher game because they are a good team, a very organised team. So we have to come here at home, in front of our supporters, make them proud, make sure we beat them today, and we need to try to do that as quickly as possible. Because if we don't, then we are going to be in big trouble, and there's a lot of problems in the club at the moment, and I can't see what's going to happen after that. All I say to the supporters: be patient. The result will come. The goals will come. Just give it time. And also today's game, let's try and beat Intertaloga and prove the press wrong, the media wrong, the newspapers wrong, the supporters wrong, that we are an established team and a team to compete. Okay, thank you very much there, Julian Nagelsmann. Yeah, thank you, Thomas Tuchel. Today, you're playing against Chesko Blue Tigers. You want to try and get a result today as your team's expectations is to try and compete for that Champions League position or maybe Premier League champion contendership. But today you're against a team who are strugglers, have to win today, Chesko Blue Tigers. What does that make your team feel? Well, I know that they're in big pressure at the moment. As a team, they know that they are a good side. Realistically, they're a big club. We know that it's going to be a very interesting one between my team and their team today. We know that we can't take this team lightly because they know they have to come and get a win today because of the result they had in their last match, of course. So we know as a team, we have to beat them today. Yeah, we were very, very good today. We played very, very well. Consistency was good, and we had a very good style of flair of play, and it was fantastic today. And we were very consistent, and we had a very good methods today. We won 2-0. We want to do more better in our next game, of course. We've got a game, of course, in the Europa League, of course, on Wednesday, to focus also for next week and try and win that game, because we've done an okay job today, but we want to do more of that, of course, in our next game, of course, because we want to be at the top of the table and try to compete. And there's no negotiables on that. But today's result was fantastic, and we can move on to our next game. Okay, best of luck anyways, Thomas Tuchel, in your next game on Wednesday in Europa League. Yeah, thank you. Hello and welcome here today, and we are live here at Stamford Bridge, and we are broadcast this game with commentary. Of course, the last game between Georgians and Red Devils and Pompey wasn't broadcasted on commentary, but however we are broadcasting this on commentary, this matchup. As a team who are struggling at the bottom of the league, Chesco Blue Tigers, the sleeping giants of the PremierLiga, are playing against Inter Taloga. Can they get their first win of their league season? Can they kick off their first win of the season? We have to wait and see about that, as they are playing against Inter Taloga right now. It's a must-win game, of course, for Chesco Blue Tigers, because Chesco Blue Tigers have actually lost 4 games so far this year, 3 games, but drew 1 game already, and he drew 0-0 against Grasshoppers, and that's the only point they only had this season. But they haven't even picked up a win this season at all. That's the problem. But hey-ho, let's get straight into the action right here, right now. And it's going to be Chesco Blue Tigers versus Inter Taloga. And this is it. Here we go. It's Chesco Blue Tigers versus Inter Taloga. And let's get straight into the matchup right here, right now. And let's get into it. It's Chesco taking on Inter Taloga. That's a foul right there. It's a free kick's being given here for Inter Taloga. Can header it. Okay, now he's Vida. Good pass right here. And now is a chance here for Mo Salah. Now it's Sadio Mane. Good defending right there from Inter Taloga. Now David Beckham. Now they have to really win today, Chesco Blue Tigers. They lost against Padres in their last matchup they did. And they only drew 1 game. They've lost against RB Newport at home again. There's a chance here for a shot, but good save there from Bert Leno. Then he has to save that, because we know they're struggling so far to get a victory. And that could have been 1-0 Inter Taloga. But anyway, let's go now for a goal kick here for Bert Leno. We boot the ball out. Now to Mo Salah. Now is Zinchenko here for Inter Taloga. Now pass it back there to Donnarumma. Now Royce. Now Salah. Mateus. Mane! Oh, at the post! And Chesco Blue Tigers have not even scored a goal with a single player of their team. Have not scored a single goal this season. The only goal they scored was an own goal last week, deflection from one of the Padres defenders. That's the first ever goal was scored from them was actually last week by an own goal. So they haven't even equalised as a player in their team this season. That's embarrassing, that is, allowing the other team to deflect off their opponent's leg to go into to make an own goal for the other team. So there you go. But can Chesco get their first goal equaliser by their own player? Have to wait and see. But here's Harry Robson here trying to get the ball. Lost it here now to Mane for Chesco. Lost it back now back to Dumfries. And now there's a chance here now for David Beckham. Vida. Chance here for a shot. Oh, what a save there from Bert Leno. He knows he has to save that one. Otherwise, he's in big trouble. Now here's Eriksson. Now here's Luka Mateus. Now for Chesco Blue Tigers. They have to win today. It's a must-win game. They're under pressure under their new manager, Julian Nagelsmann. He hasn't even picked up his first win yet as manager, or first win of the season. So they're in a lot of trouble at the moment. Sitting in 19th place in the automatic relegation spots at the moment. I know it's early days of the season, but it doesn't really matter about that. They want to try and get a good run of some sort, as they're one of the biggest teams in the league, or established teams in the league. Now is David Beckham just went through Jack Terry here, and now's a chance here for Dumfries. Good defending there from Jack Terry. Now passes it here now to Nebai Keita. Now Salah. Now Mane. Oh, good defending there from Inter Taloga right there. Now here's Eriksson win the ball back for Chesco now. Now to Mateus. Back heels it now to Sadio Mane. Now Delict wins it. Now here's Harry Robson. Now Dumfries. Now David Beckham. Good defending back there for Cheska Blue Tigers. Have to get something there, but okay. Here's Salah. Mane. Back to... Here's now a chance here for Mane. And defending was fantastic there. Rio Ferdinand defended very, very well there at the back there for Inter Taloga. Now Shinchenko now for Inter Taloga. Now Dukolovic. Mane. Now Jack Terry. Donnarumma. Now Kolovic. Now Beckham. Good defending right there. Now Salah lost the ball right there for a throw. Now Cheska want to get a goal before half time. They haven't even scored a goal yet, as they're this season only an own goal from last game was scored for their team. But they want to get their own goal. They want to get not rely on the other team to score for them by an own goal. So there's a chance here for Mane. Chance here for a goal. Oh, Royce. Oh, they've been trying their best to try and get their first equaliser of the season. And they had a very poor form at the moment in the PremierLiga Matchday, but they're trying their best to try and get a win here against Inter Taloga. But Marco Royce had a strike and went wide. And that's going to be a goal kick here for Inter Taloga. Now pass it short now to Rio Ferdinand, now to Matthias de Ligt. And that is the score at half-time. It's Cheska Blue Tigers 0, Inter Taloga 0 at half-time. There you go, now Kolovic. Now David Beckham. Now Griezmann. Mbappe's through. Oh my God. Cheska Blue Tigers have absolutely been destroyed here. Straight after half time. And it's 1-0 into Taloga from Kylian Mbappe. I told you they're in poor form there, Cheska Blue Tigers. Not even scored a single goal. Only an own goal deflection from last week. But not their own players scored a goal at all this season, but they've been destroyed by through the path by Inter Taloga's 1v1 by Kylian Mbappe, and it's 1-0. And Cheska Blue Tigers are in deep trouble. They have not picked up a single win this season so far, and I can't believe it. It's not been great for them. It hasn't been so far, and I think Julian Nagelsmann's under a lot of pressure at the moment. I know he's been in the job for like 2 months now after Jurgen Klopp was sacked and dismissed in the summer, but that ain't good enough for them. And they're going to might lose another loss. It'll be 4 losses this season for Cheska perhaps. Now Dumfries here, try and get a second goal perhaps. Now is Hector Bellerin. Now throw in right here to Inter Taloga here. Kolovic. Beckham. Now Kolovic. Now Salah. Now Christian Eriksen. That is going to be a foul right there. Free kick for Cheska Blue Tigers. Yeah, awful foul right there. free kick. And there you go, free kicks being given. Shot for Chesko, and that went wide. That could have been the goal right there for Chesko. Their own goal might have scored there, but it was wide. Could have been. Now goal kick's being given here for Taloga here. Now Donnarumma will smack the ball out. They want to get another goal here, of course. Obviously, Thomas Tuchel's side, of course, want to pick up a victory today after losing against, in their first loss of the season last week against Addis Gunners. They lost 4-0 they did last week. So they want to try and get the win here today and get back to the top 4 position, as they really have expectations to try and be. It is a difficult game, really, because these two teams need to get results. Of course, Chesko needs to get a result today because they're in relegation form and even in the relegation zone. And they are one of the biggest teams in the league. And however, for Taloga, they lost last week and they dropped to 8th. And now they could even drop further down the table. But their expectations to stay in the top 4, try and compete for the league title this season. And hasn't even worked out for them. But at the moment, Taloga will be very happy to get themselves the 1-0 lead at Stamford Bridge. There's a chance for Marco Royce. Good header away right there. Fantastic. Now David Beckham passes it away here. Now is Antoine Griezmann. And now it's a chance here for Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe's through. Goal! And it's 2-0 for Mahrez. Makes it 2-0. Inter Taloga are absolutely beating Chesko Blue Tigers at Stamford Bridge. Julian Nagelsmann knows that a lot of pressure goes on his way, of course, because he knows that his job could be on the line, even though he's only been there for 2 months. But there's no way, any shape or form, that Chesko Blue Tigers have the very worst start to a PremierLiga season since 1988. That was when their last worst PremierLiga season, when they were bottom of the league, and that was like 33 years ago. And now, 33 years later, the exact same thing's happening to them now, of course. Chesko Blue Tigers always been one of those teams who won the Premier League, been successful through the years and always be a Champions League team. And then in 2013 until now, they've keep on qualifying for the Europa League, won the Europa League in 2019, but did poor ever since and got rid of Jurgen Klopp as well. And things have turned stale for Chesko Blue Tigers. There could be a third goal here, perhaps. And the worst Premier League form for Chesko Blue Tigers. It's been a long time, it's been. And they know that this club is a established top division team, established team who competes for the top of the table. And this start of the season, they've been absolutely worse and declined, actually. I know they last year came 7th and they got a Europa Conference League place they've got. And they've dropped down the table through the years and not doing as great. But to this season so far, in the first 5 games, they've actually been diabolical and awful. 4 defeats and 1 draw. That ain't good enough, and not good standards for the Chesko Blue Tigers' team. And they'll be sitting in the relegation zone. Even hashtag probably be better than Chesko anyways. It could be. Header for Griezmann there. And that went wide. Goal kick. And now, header away right now. Salah now trying to head it to one of his teammates, but he couldn't. But obviously, Taloga will be very happy about what they're doing at the moment. Even Thomas Tuchel knows that he's being very happy what their team is doing at the moment, despite them losing last week in their matchup, their first loss of the season. Today, they've been absolutely remarkable. And now Griezmann here for a third, and a great save there from Bert Leno. Now Milik will come on and Mbappe will come off. Now Mahrez. Chance here for a goal perhaps, or for a third, but save there from Leno. Kept him on his feet right there. Good save from the German. Now. There by Kayeta. Now, cross in the box here for Griezmann. Oh my God, that was a good finish right there. But what a save from the German keeper, Leno. We know that Chesapeake Blue Tigers, their fans are so angry. They are all leaving the stadium right now. A lot of empty seats at Stamford Bridge. They know it's the worst ever Premier League start since 1988. And they haven't won a single game yet in Matchday 5 already. They've been awful, they've been. They can't even score a single goal, they can't even score. That's how bad they've been. And things will look worse to them. There's a chance here for a goal, perhaps. Mane, shot maybe, penalty, and the referee is pointed to the spot. It looks like it. Yellow card right there from Rio Ferdinand. They might get their first, well, equaliser as their own player in their team to get the goal for their team for the first time this season. Or is it a free kick outside of the box? I think it's a free kick, I think it is. I'm not even quite sure, but that ain't good enough. Yeah, free kick from outside of the box. Could be their goal right here. Could happen now. It could be a chance here for one goal back for Chesapeake. Eriksson. Oh my God, they've been absolutely awful right there. They haven't had a chance for a shot or goal. And it's all over. And Inter Taloga won today by 2-0, all thanks to Mbappe and Mahrez. And it's Chesapeake Blue Tigers' worst start since 9.
The full-time whistle has officially blown, and what a disaster has been made here today. Another defeat for Chesapeake Blue Tigers. They've lost here today by 2-0. The fans are disappointed. It seems like it's not been looking great for Julian Nagelsmann's side. They've actually had the worst start to a Premier League season since 1988, 33 years ago, when they struggled at the start of the season to get results, and they've actually done it again. Another loss. They can't even score a single goal on target. Something's gone wrong with Chesapeake Blue Tigers, and they are not doing very, very well at the moment. They are in the relegation zone, as we all know. And what is going on at the moment at Chesapeake, of course, Jimmy, because this club was one of the biggest competitive teams in the PremierLiga, even when you was a player, of course, Jimmy has, but when you played against the Chesapeake Blue Tigers, what is going on with this team so far? Yeah, I know, it's a bit of a difference when I played against them through the years when I played for Warenor. They were a very competitive team, but I just don't see it anymore. I think I haven't seen it for years. I haven't seen Chesapeake Blue Tigers try and get Champions League soccer. The only best time they only had from away from being successful is won the Europa League under Jurgen Klopp in 2019. But apart from that, they've been really, really awful. They've been every year declining. Qualify for Europa Conference League competition. Not doing very well in that, of course. They only drew twice in their 2 matches so far in the group stages of the competition. They've got to play again, of course, on Wednesday in that competition. They're not even really playing for the manager, I don't think. I don't think the players understand how the way Julian Nagelsmann plays. But I'm not being funny, but Julian Nagelsmann was manager at Kings Park Rovers. He kept them up, he did, last season. And then he jumped ship to another Premier League club, Chesapeake Blue Tigers. And it ain't working out for him at the moment, it doesn't look like. And I know you've got to give him time. I think that they probably won't sack him yet because it's early days and you're paying all that money if you want to sack the guy. So it costs a lot of money on that terms as well. And they're not doing very well. They're not doing great. They're struggling at the moment. They look like they are in the worst form as I've ever seen them to be. So as we speak, Inter Taloga have been bossing them throughout the match. I think in the first half, Chesapeake Blue Tiger did show a lot of aggression at in the first half. You know, allowing them to have some chances on goal, like Mo Salah, Mane, Marco Reus had some chances.
they weren't even putting the ball on target. A lot of them went wide, the shots for them in the first half. Last season, Marco Reus has the ball, shoots, scores. This season, I don't see that happening at the moment. And something ain't looking right at the moment for Chesco Blue Tigers. They're in a very dark place, and the fans ain't happy. It's very toxic in their stadium. Behind me here today, they know that there's something gone wrong, and they got to resolve it, because they can't play as they're playing now, because they don't want to end up being the sleeping giants. They want to be the team who are the best team in this league, or try and be one of the established 9 teams in the league. And they don't see like that at the moment. And things looking toxic, and I'm not really see what's going to happen. I just think that if I was a Chesco Blue Tigers fan, I wouldn't be happy either. What about now into Taloga? Because they bossed Chesco Blue Tigers. I expected it to happen. I expected Inter Taloga to win today. I just felt that, having loads of opportunities in the first half, Chesco Blue Tigers, not putting them on target, keep on missing them, and not testing the goalkeeper properly. I just didn't see any desire to win today. I felt that Inter Taloga had the desire. They had the desire to win the game more than Chesco Blue Tigers, and they did that very, very well today. Away from home, 2 goals picked up as well, and they're very, very proud they are to do that. And I think, in my perspective, I feel that they are going to be doing very well this season, on this full season under Thomas Tuchel's reign. I think he will do a very good job. I know that he only had half the season last season, but this season he's got a full season, and it's working very, very well for him. And I feel that personally, he's gonna really compete, I think, for that league title. I think, because they look like a title contenders. I know they lost against Addis last week, but at the same time, it's a tough league, and everyone's beating everybody really. But for Chesco's point of view, it's not looking good. I understand that they're Jimmy Hansberg, but let's go now to interview the managers, Julian Nagelsmann, and also, of course, the manager for Inter Taloga, Thomas Tuchel. Julian Nagelsmann, there's a lot of fans and media and everyone is going to be touting your team today. What a poor performance today. You lost 2-0 today. You're in the relegation zone, still in the relegation zone. You haven't picked up your first win yet of the season. Any of your players have not even scored a goal yet throughout this season so far. What is going on with your team so far? Yeah, I understand the problems, and we don't accept it. We don't accept what happened. We should be doing very better than this. We should be competing. We should be winning. We should be consistent. And yeah, we have to play for our stripes, because it's not good enough. And I understand everyone's point of views. We should have done better. We need to be a lot more better. And we can't make these stupid, silly errors, because at the moment we've not been very, very great. Okay, I can admit that. I can admit that defensively wasn't good enough. We know that there's pressure on me, there's pressure on the players, and I do believe that we have to play next game. We got to move on to that Europa League conference game on Wednesday. We need to win that game, and also try and build consistency from that, and build consistency also for next week's game when we play against in the PremierLiga #United. And #United have not won a game yet this season, or even drawn a match this season. They've got 0 points, and they're a lot worse than us, they are. So we know that game away from home next week, we have to beat #, because if we don't beat #, then that's going to be a big problem. And I understand that game is a very important game to save our season, and hopefully that actually happens next week, because I feel disappointed. I feel very angry as a coach, but we will hopefully try and win next week against #. Thomas Tuchel, today your team have won today by 2-0. What does that make your team feel today to move up to the top 4 today? Yeah, absolutely incredible. Better than last week. I feel that today we had a very good memento throughout the whole game. I know that Chesco Blue Tigers were dangerous in some parts of the game, but what do you expect of a team who are very good side and are under pressure at the moment in their own rights? But however, we won today 2-0. The official results for match day 5. Los Andreas 0, Parantos 1, Georgington Red Devils 3, Los Andreas Pompey 1, Chesco Blue Tigers 0, Inter Taloga 2, Adders Gunners 2, Hashtag United 2, RB Newport 0, Padres Impact 2, Wound 3, Hassenfield Terriers 0, Goldfield Boys United 5, Kings Park Rovers 1, Georgington City 0, Portsburg United 0, Sporting St Lake 1, Tomato Bees 0, Grasshoppers United 1, and also South Coast Rangers 1.